Hello, I'm Claire Robinson with Universal Avionics, and I am here as the chair of RTCA Special Committee 214. And I will let the others on the phone introduce themselves. We have Luc.
Hi everyone. I am Luc Amberger from Airbus, and I am co-chairing with Claire the subcommittee in charge of ATS data link services. I am the chair of the EuroCAE part of this committee, the working group 78.
And then we have Greg.
Hi everyone, excuse me, I'm Greg Ciccone from Boeing. I help with the editing of the documents in SC214 and provide some data link experience into the documents.
And Thomas.
I'm Thomas Mustache. I'm with the FAA Aircraft Certification, and I've been involved in the development of the SC214-78 standards that we have published.
And then we have Frederick.
Hi everyone. I am Frédéric Beltrando from Airbus, working in design office and with data link experience. And I'm a member of the working group 70 and SC214 since 2011.
So Working Group 78 and SC214 is a joint group. It's been in existence since 2007, and we recently reconvened in 2021 to work on revision B of the SPR and the B2 standards. So these are standards that are responsible for data link communications in all airspaces, so continental, oceanic, and remote. And it's the CPDLC and ADSC applications. So since 2021, we've been working on revision B of the SPR, the safety and performance requirements, and then also the B2 interoperability document, and then also the FANS 1A plus accommodation document and the ATN baseline 1 backwards compatibility document. And then we have one additional standard that's brand new, and that is the ATS data communication test standard. The document numbers will be determined when it's published, and I will let Thomas give a little intro on what that standard will be.
We have been implementing aircraft for a while, i.e. the data communications on the aircraft, but those implementations ended up having different behaviors, sometimes acceptable, sometimes not. The verification test is basically a test to ensure those implementations actually achieve what we were hoping those implementations to occur.
Thanks, Thomas. And then going back to the B2 standards and the SPR. So we decided to reopen the standards and produce the revision B, primarily based on the experience we've had through trials in Europe for several years using the revision A of the standards. And we've taken those lessons learned and things that we wish were a little bit different, and we've put that all into revision B. And so the SPR, which is technology independent, but provides the safety and performance and operational requirements for all of the desired services. And the B2 interop document were just approved for publication as revision B, and the other two, the two interop docs, should be published by the end of the year, the end of 2023. And so what are we going to do with those documents? So I will ask Greg, how do you see these being important for our Datacom environment going forward?
Okay, thanks, Claire. Yeah, I mean, the B2 applications really provide a harmonized application set for air traffic management. And if we can use those in conjunction with connected aircraft capabilities, that helps set the stage for future trajectory-based operations, which is where we're all trying to go. And there's still a lot to do for the implementation and realization of the TBO concept. The B2 applications are part of the tools, but external automation on the aircraft and the ground are really needed to take full advantage. And there are programs like the FAA Datacom program and European SESAR and other projects where these are being implemented and benefits are being realized. So that's critically important. And we want to continue that and learn from these for deployment and also to help to mature and make consistent deployment plans so we can get the benefits. And then finally, I'll just comment too that the air-ground communication becomes increasingly important from a connectivity standpoint. And that's not specifically addressed as part of B2, but there's recognition that something has to be done to make sure that we have sufficient performance in the future for the comlinks to do this. And that was part of the genesis of the Future Connectivity for Aviation white paper. So that's related as well. And thanks, Claire.
Thanks, Greg. And then Frederick, I will ask you the same question.
Thank you, Claire. I guess that Greg says the main things. Indeed, our document and the B2 technology allow us to have a convergent and harmonized technology and allows the modernization of the ATC data link communication between operator and craft and ground system in all airspaces and environments over the world.
Thanks, Frederick. Then I think I'll pass it over to Luc to talk about the future with B2.
Thank you, Claire. So, as explained, set of standards is really key to support the future operations and to work.
And Luc, I think you're a little bit quiet there.
Oh, sorry, Claire. Thank
Perfect.
you very much. So, as explained, the set of B2 standards is really a key component, a pillar of the future services towards the future ATS services toward growing operations. They really provide a comprehensive set of services to enable a lot of benefits in terms of trajectory management, saving fuel, saving flying time. And so what is the future? Today, the standard is already ready to support the coming mandate in Europe, which is to downlink the flown trajectory to the ground. So the standard is fully answering this need, but it is also fully specifying the future services for what we call the full 4D, or really the end state of 4D of TBO, trajectory-based operations. So we can consider that the standard that we have approved a few days ago is already ready for the let's say 10 to 15 coming years. Now we all know that based on the experience, in-service experience, and on the first implementations, we know that feedbacks will come, requests for improvements will come. So we will, I'm sure, we will have to make some improvements. But already we can consider that we are ready, at least for this aspect. So considering the future connectivity white paper, which has identified this as a key enabler, at least it is one part of the landscape which is already mature and ready for implementation. And I think this is really an important point and something the group is really proud of. So now I would be happy to give you back the floor maybe for some conclusion.
Thanks, Luc. Yes, absolutely. So there's been quite a bit of work going into these standard updates in the past 2 years and a little bit, and we're excited to see it starting to roll out first in Europe and then hopefully worldwide soon after that. But I think that is what we have for today. So thank you everyone for participating, and have a good rest of your day.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks all.